This is John LeBaron at Chimney Check Professionals. This is a video portion of inspection. This is where I take a look at the inner walls of the chimney itself. Now, I'm not going to go any higher. The light is so bright that I'm not going to be able to really too much at that point. What I am is I am near the top of this system. It is a single wall brick structure and unreinforced masonry. And it has some indications of shifting. Has some indications of cracking. It has gaps between masonry. And this is single wall masonry. There's a gap right here. I'm going to quickly come down. I'm not going to show you every point of it. It is unlined masonry. It very likely had some sort of a liner at one time, like a mortar coating. That's part of the heat barrier. At least I see hints of it, like such as like that. That is an indication of a mortar coating. Now we can see some areas where there is apparent separation in the single wall brick. Can't really see indications of it like sort of correspond all the way around the structure, so it certainly could be argued that it is not damaged, and it can be argued that it is damaged. Now here, if you can kind of see it, no, not really see it. Small holes here and there. There, so I can get my camera there, we'd see a gap here as well. We can see a separation right there and here. Again, I'm sure we could really look at that and go, well, the system's damaged, therefore it's got to be rebuilt. I don't think that I've proven damage necessarily by looking here. That's opinion. Another could look at this and go, it is damaged. And another could also say that there were no fire safety issues here as well. And that would be certainly off the mark. The system is definitely not meeting its original fire safety standards. So right here, we could argue that there is proven damage here. I'm sure we could argue against that as well if we so desired. Now, on the exterior of this system, there is a horizontal crack that is visible through that new stucco. Right here, looking at the right side, some more coating cracking there. Start coming here, and then you start going down here. We can see some more separation there. Now, outside we see some sort of horizontal crack too, but I don't really see a correlation with a horizontal crack. So I can't say, wow, I see that crack there, I see it here. What I'm really trying to do is I want to make sure I'm factual about everything that I'm talking about. And I want to make sure that you get the reasoning on why I would make the recommendation I would make when we get my written report. When we look on the left side, we can see some gaps between masonry as well. Looks like there might have been more masonry here at one time. I can't quite tell that for sure. But right here, we can see that we have a damper. This damper was added after the fact. Actually, a bit constrictive, and it's not really designed as it should be. We'll put a huge focus on that. We have a gas log system. Now, if we have a gas log system, we have a damper. We're supposed to have something on it to stop it from actually closing. You can look up here and you can see the inner walls of the system. It's pretty obvious the inner walls are fairly worn out. So we definitely have fire safety concerns as far as the system goes, and we're certainly warranted in revamping the heat barrier from, I guess, top of firebox to exit point of gases. So hard to see if there's much smoke staining from this perspective. Looks like it can paint at some point. I believe that the system has not drafted correctly, but we can't really prove it at this time. No, that's not really one of my big concerns. That's our starter, I should have filled in. Let's put that back. Now, we have a hearth extension right here. Below this is a wood form material. The wood form material is actually not supposed to be there any longer. It's supposed to be removed. Not that difficult to remove. This concludes the video portion of the inspection. And here we review my written report on my findings and recommendations.